Number two is very important. Don't forget that one. There are two things in life which will make you happy. One is achieving your goal, something you want to achieve, something you desire. And second thing is the journey to achieve that goal. Both are important. If you don't enjoy the journey, then when you achieve the goal, you may find only a couple of weeks or months of happiness, and then it wears off. And then you need something else to pursue because you never really achieved lasting happiness. So what is the secret? How do you be happy in every situation? Now, there are many ways. We can talk about meditation. We can talk about gratitude. We can talk about positive affirmations. All those things work. But today, I want to share with you this very simple formula. This is my own invention. It's just how I think. Okay? And I'm sure other people have come up with similar sort of thoughts and ideas. So this is not going to be anything revolutionary, but it's just how I am able to be happy in every situation. And I wanted to share with you so that maybe this can help you too. So the formula is this: acceptance plus mastery equals happiness. Acceptance plus mastery equals happiness. Acceptance plus mastery equals happiness. So let's understand this. The first part of the formula is acceptance. You have to accept things as they are. You can't fight with reality. That's what most of us do. When something doesn't go our way, when something is not the way we want it to be, we fight with it. We resist it. We try to change it. Now, fighting with reality, resisting reality, trying to change reality is a great way to be miserable. So the first step is accept things as they are. Now, that doesn't mean that you remain a doormat and you accept everything. No, you can still take action. You can still do things. But the first step is to accept things as they are. Say, for example, you have failed an exam. The first step is to accept that you have failed. If you keep telling yourself, no, I didn't fail, I just need more time, or no, the paper was difficult, or no, the teachers didn't teach well, or whatever it is, you're telling yourself you're not accepting reality as it is. So the first step is acceptance. Acceptance of the current situation. Once you've done that, then you can move on to the next part of the formula, which is mastery. Now, mastery means doing something about the situation. If you just accept things and you don't do anything, then you may be at peace with it, but you're not going to be happy. Because let's say you have failed the exam. If you just accept it and say, okay, I'll try again next time, you might be at peace with it, but you're not really happy because deep down you know that you could have studied harder and you could have passed. So that's the difference between acceptance and mastery. Acceptance is just saying, okay, this is the situation, I can't control it. I can't change it. Let me see what I can do about it. Now, once you've accepted the situation, then the next step is to focus on mastery, which is to ask yourself, what can I do about this situation? What can I do to improve it? If you've failed an exam, then you work harder, you study harder. If you're in a traffic jam, you either listen to some music or you call up your friend or you use the time to meditate. So that's the difference between acceptance and mastery. Acceptance is saying, okay, this is the situation. I can't control it. I can't change it. What can I do about it? And then moving on to the next stage, which is mastery. What can I do to make this situation better? What can I do to improve it? What can I do to solve it? If you look at great men, great individuals, successful individuals, what you'll see is that they always follow this formula. They accept things as they are, and then they focus on mastery. They focus on doing something about it. They don't just sit and complain. They don't just sit and blame others. They don't just sit and feel sorry for themselves. They get up and they do something. So that's the first step to happiness. Accept things as they are, and then focus on mastery. Now, there's another very important point that I want to bring up here. Sometimes, when something bad happens, we feel like giving up. We feel like lying down and feeling sorry for ourselves. And that's when great men, great individuals become great. They accept the situation, they accept the pain, they accept the hurt, and instead of feeling sorry for themselves, they say, you know what? This is the situation. I can't change it. I can't control it. So let me see what I can do about it. And that's when they come up with their best ideas. That's when they become creative. So the next time something goes wrong, the next time you face a challenge, the next time you face adversity, don't feel like giving up. Don't feel like lying down and feeling sorry for yourself. Instead, pick yourself up and say, you know what? This is the situation. I can't control it. I can't change it. So let me see what I can do about it. And that's when you start focusing on mastery. That's when you start focusing on the solution, and that's when you will be truly happy. So let's quickly recap. The formula for happiness is acceptance plus mastery equals happiness. Acceptance means accepting things as they are. It doesn't mean that you remain a doormat. It means that you accept things as they are and you work with it. And then the second part is mastery, which is focusing on doing something about the situation. Now, the reason why most of us are not happy is because either we don't accept things as they are, or we don't do anything about it. Or if we do something, we're not focused. Our mind is somewhere else. So the key is to accept things as they are and then focus on mastery. There's a great story from Zen Buddhism. So there was this guy who went to a Zen master, and he said, you know, I want to be happy. I want to be enlightened. I want to reach the top of the mountain. So the Zen master said, okay, I'll give you a task. Every day you have to carry a bag of rice on your back and walk around the temple. So he did that for a few days, and then he went back to the Zen master, and he said, I've been carrying this bag of rice on my back and walking around the temple, but I'm still not happy. I'm still not enlightened. So the Zen master said, okay, now put the bag of rice down and come with me. So he put the bag of rice down and followed the Zen master into the forest. And the Zen master sat down under a tree and closed his eyes. And the student said, why are you sitting down? Why did you bring me here? The Zen master said, you were carrying the bag of rice on your back, but you were looking at the top of the mountain. How can you reach the top of the mountain if you keep looking at it? If you keep thinking about being enlightened, if you keep thinking about being happy, then you're not going to be happy. You have to accept where you are right now. You have to accept the situation as it is and then focus on what you can do about it. That's the whole point. So the Zen master told him, okay, now leave this place and come back after 3 years. And after 3 years, the student came back and he sat down in front of the Zen master and he said, I'm still not happy. I'm still not enlightened. The Zen master simply smiled and said, you're still carrying that bag of rice. So the student thought about it. He realized that for the last 3 years, he had been carrying that same bag of rice. And that's when he became enlightened. And that's when he realized the truth. So the Zen master said, you have to accept things as they are. You have to accept yourself as you are. You have to accept your situation as it is, and then focus on what you can do about it. That's the whole point. That's the whole meaning of life. That's the whole meaning of happiness. And when you understand this, when you live by this formula, that's when you will be happy. That's when you will achieve lasting happiness. So remember the formula. Acceptance plus mastery equals happiness. And remember the story of the Zen master and the student. I hope this helps. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.